All right, I thought I'd talk a little bit about my Farmall 350, and I've been busy downloading manuals to my tablet, and but also ordered the mother load of manuals from Binder Books, and I'm going to share some of those with you. I like manuals. You know, you can do search on the internet, and that's great, and you can download the manuals to your to your computer, print out some pages. I like to do that too. But I really like to have the hard copy manuals, irregardless, because I don't know, I'm kind of old school and I still like paper. So Binder Books had a deal where you could pay one price and basically get every manual for the Farmall 350. And of course these are reprints, but they're actually pretty decent quality. Some of the manuals I downloaded online were not as good. This is the operator's manual, and you know, it's got a bunch of info in here. So that's the first manual. And then I just, I guess every manual that's available for this tractor, came in this package. This is brake service manual. It says Super MTA, but it's applicable, as far as I can tell, it's applicable to the brakes on the Farmall 350 as well, and probably 450. And they are disc brakes. They're not, I think the Farmall H&M, somebody correct me, but I think they might be drum brakes. Some people don't like these kind of brakes. It is what it is in my case. Right here's a manual for the 300 series, 350, 300 for the torque amplifier. So that's a International Blue Ribbon service manual. Again, it's a reprint, but it goes into detail on how to rebuild and do all kinds of. That right there does not look like fun, hoisting all that stuff up. And I would probably never rebuild the TA on my Farmall 350. I'd probably go to high capacity and just buy one that's already done. This is for the Hydra Touch, the 300 and 400 series tractors by International Harvester. And it goes into the hydraulics. And there's a nice, actually a nice fold out page that shows you how all that stuff flows and works and is actuated. And then, it goes into telling you how to repair things, exploded views, things like that, troubleshooting. So that's the Hydra Touch, and that's the lift and lower on the lift. Now right here is the transmission service manual, and again, my Farmall 350, it has a TA, and it's 5-speed, 5 forward speeds and 1 reverse, and then with the TA you just double those. And it's got all kinds of info on how to tear this apart. Again, it is highly unlikely I would ever take apart one of my tractor, but I might would give these manuals to the individual that might do it, if it came to that. But I think they're kind of interesting, so I'm glad to have it. Here's another manual. This is the International 300 steering and front axle assembly, and I think this is more for the, there's a difference between the International and the Farmall 350, and the International being a utility, and the 350, the Farmall being a row crop. But this was part of the bundle, and it goes in and tells you, you know, all kinds of things, how to pack the bearings, how to get this stuff off. Again, you know, kind of interesting. Who knows, maybe I'll own a 350, International 350 utility. This is the one that I really wanted, the hydraulic power steering. My tractor, my Farmall 350 has the Bellin, I think that's how you pronounce it, power steering unit. It looks like this, and it rides on the steering, the wheel, from the steering wheel to the front of the tractor, and it's an assist, and it's leaking, in the front, and I want to either fix it or find somebody that is really good with them and has done these before, but I think you can just take it right out, and you have to take some hood sheet metal off to get to it. And I've got a video where I've kind of gone in and looked at it. I thought my hydraulic leak was a valve cover, but it turned out to be that power steering. Here's another one. This Farmall I've got, 350, has the fast hitch with the traction control. The traction control came a little later. Some people don't care for that. They say it kind of complicates the hitch a little bit. But again, mine's a 1958 Farmall 350, and so it's got this fast hitch with the traction control. And this is for the 400, 450, 300, and 350 Farmall, and the International utilities. So I guess they all use the same similar fast hitch. And there it is right there. And so it's principle of operation. It tells you how it works. I don't know. I just like having these manuals. Maybe I don't need them, but again, it might be something I hand to another mechanic to repair, and maybe it's something I need to use to repair or to set the thing up and adjust it. So it's good to have a manual for the fast hitch. This book right here, service manual, is for the engine, and it's for 3 engines: C157, 175, and C200. My tractor has the C175, and it's actually cast in the block, and that would have been original to the Farmall 350. And it goes in, and it's just got everything. These things are so well documented, I think. Just pictures and tips and all kinds of things to help take this thing apart, rebuild it, and put it back together. Page after page after page of specs. And so again, it's good to have that. I don't know that I would use it a whole lot, maybe adjust valves or something like that if I wanted to, but something good to have. The last one is the mother of all of these books. It's huge. It came loose bound, so I had to buy we had a 3-ring binder here, no pun intended for you international guys. And this is the parts manual for the 350. Now this is something I will use, and it's just, look how thick this thing is. I mean, it's probably over 1 inch thick. And In any event, this thing is just loaded with diagrams, exploded views, page after page. There's a seat. I mean, there's the wheel assemblies. I mean, everything that's on this tractor. Yeah, there's the propane tank for. There's the dash assembly. You know, I mean, this is some good stuff right here. And the nice thing about it, you know, it's right here in front of me, and so I can take my hand and just put it right on there. And that's sometimes looking at a screen is just not the same. Looking at a screen on a computer is just not the same as looking at it on a book. And then you can make notes, write notes in there. Maybe you replace a starter and you make a note as to what you used, and that, things like that. And or generator or whatever that thing was that we were just looking at. So this is a really good. I mean, these isometric views, back then there was no computer-aided drafting. These were all hand drawn. I can imagine that International had just hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands, of draftsmen to do these three-dimensional drawings and exploded views. They're just so well done. And this one, even though it's a reprint, it's right clear in how, and it's, in the stuff stuff that's in it. Carbureted engine, diesel engine, electrical system, chassis. You just reach down, I guess, and pick whichever one. But yeah, this is probably the one I really like the most. This and the operator's manual. But so that's the Farmall 350 parts manual, the service manual for the engine, service manual for the fast hitch, service manual for the power steering, service manual for the steering and front axle on the International 300 tractor, not the Farmall, the transmission for the 300 series, service manual for the HydroTouch 3 and 400 series, the torque amplifier service manual, the brake service manual. Even though it says Super MTA, it's applicable to the 350, and then of course the operator's manual. So just really glad to get all of these manuals. And there's so much there, it's kind of hard in some ways. It's kind of hard to read through it all. There's so many manuals, and I don't know. I think it's impressive, the documentation. I'm not sure today, everything now is just like brochures. You don't go and get a brochure anymore. They tell you to go online. But there's something about just sitting down with a book. There's something about just sitting down with a brochure and reading through it. I'm not sure people today appreciate that, how nice it is to actually sit down with something printed on paper. It seems like we live in a digital universe. Everything's got to be online. But like I say, I was born in the last century, and kind of in old dog new tricks territory. And so I just really like these manuals, and thought I'd share them with you. Hope you enjoyed the video for the Farmall 350, and I'll talk to you later.